On this edition of City Focus, the Valdosta Police and Fire Department walk through local neighborhoods to meet residents. Valdosta Main Street invites everybody to the Taste of Downtown. The city and county host a joint 9/11 memorial. VPD is hosting Cinema for a Cause to raise money for its Shop with a Cop program. And we meet the Georgia Public Works Employee of the Year. These stories and more on this edition of City Focus. Welcome to City Focus. I'm Marcus McConico, the media coordinator for the City of Valdosta. This is the 13th episode of City Focus in 2019. City Focus is your source for what's happening within your government. These are the most important topics that are happening in the city. The Valdosta Fire Department is once again having their annual boot drive during the Labor Day weekend to support MDA.
Boot drive is August 29th, 30th, and 31st of this year. We'll be at both Walmarts, Sam's, and Winn-Dixie.
The funds collected will stay in our community to help local kids go to MDA camp.
This time of year, every year we do a boot drive for the Muscular Dystrophy Association, MDA. All the proceeds help stay local and help kids in our local community go to camp, helps funding for some medicine, and it also helps fund for a lot of research in medicine to try to help some of these conditions with muscles that they can fix.
Willis says every little bit helps, and they will be happy for even the smallest of donations.
You know, we take change, we take dollar bills. It don't matter to us. You know, our job is to try to make things better when we go to a call. And it's the same thing we do when we do boot drives. You know, we're trying to make a better living for our children that's in our community and surrounding areas.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Fire Department. The City of Valdosta in Lowndes County is hosting a 9/11 memorial ceremony to honor those civilians and first responders lost on September 11, 2001.
It's a time to thank your local responders. You know, thank God that we have our military and our police officers and firemen and policemen and everything to protect us.
The ceremony will be located at the historic Lowndes County Courthouse and will aim to commemorate the heroism of the first responders who sacrificed their lives during the attack.
I think everybody knows where they were at when 9/11/2001 hit. You know, it means a lot to a lot of people because we had an attack on our land. We lost right there at 3,000 civilians, 400 first responders. I think it was 412 first responders that went in and didn't run away. We've had 200 pass away from medical issues they've had because of 9/11. Since then, it's a time to thank your local responders. You know, thank God that we have our military and our police officers and firemen and policemen and everything to protect us.
Willis encourages anyone that may be interested to come out and reflect on where you were that day.
If you're in question whether you want to come or not, just come. It's a very nice ceremony. It's not a long ceremony, so you won't be out there all day. It's going to be at the Lowndes County Courthouse downtown at 11 o'clock on Wednesday, September 11th. Come, you can stand toward the side. You don't have to be up in the middle. But it's a time for our community just to come together and reflect on the tragic times of 9/11/2001. Anytime somebody can pat you on the back, it makes you feel good in anything you do. So having that time where the community come, hey, appreciate what you do. Thank you for everything you do. It makes you feel like you're making a difference in our city. So come out, be a nice little ceremony, reflect back on 9/11, where you were, where you are now, and how here in the United States we just don't give up.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Fire Department. City of Valdosta Public Works employee Franklin Kyer was honored at the APWA Georgia Chapter annual meeting in Jekyll Island as the Georgia American Public Works Association Public Works Employee of the Year. This award is presented to line employees with exemplary work record, longevity, and volunteerism in the field of public works. Franklin began his employment with the City of Valdosta Public Works Department in April 2016 as a Maintenance 1 worker assigned to Yard Trash Division.
Feel great. Well, the trip to Jack House was a fantastic trip. I was able to be with the director, carpool with him. The training I had from the Job for Life Living Bridges transformation class, it basically gave me the tools I needed to succeed.
Congratulations to Franklin, and we thank him for all the great work that he does for the City of Valdosta. Recently, Fire Chief Brian Boutwell and Police Chief Leslie Manahan held a meet and greet, Coffee with the Chiefs, to educate citizens about the departments and how they can better serve the community.
Coffee with the Chiefs, this opportunity for Chief Manahan and I to get out, speak with members of the community, answer questions. We've had a chance, I've talked with some of the citizens that have been in here this morning, and it gives them a chance to ask us questions as far as the service we provide and for us to answer them.
Both chiefs were able to discuss important issues and even clear up some long-term misconceptions.
Oh, we've had a lot of the community ask questions, and they've asked very good questions, and some related to the service that we provide. And so I appreciate the opportunity to be able to come out and be able to share that with them. I actually was able to clear up a myth from a fire 22 years ago. And so for 22 years, people had a misunderstanding as far as a response to a fire. So I was able to clear that up, and so that's one of the important things about being out in the community and just being able to be sincere and be able to tell them what we provide and, again, the vision that we have for the future of the city.
For more information on the next Coffee with the Chiefs meetup, follow City of Valdosta on Facebook. On August 21st, members of the Valdosta Police Department and other city staff walked through Hudson Docket to meet residents and listen to any concerns residents may have in the area.
What we're doing is we just have representatives from the city, especially from the police department, that we're going to walk around, talk with some people, the citizens living in Hudson Docket area, find out any concerns that they have with law enforcement, safety in the area, or anything that the city can do to help them out.
Have you noticed anything that you'd like to bring to our attention? You don't have to.
Meeting citizens face-to-face allow officers to build a relationship with residents and helps with community policing.
It gets our officers out and some of our detectives and administrative staff out to actually make one-on-one contact with a lot of our citizens. When we approach citizens at their house, maybe they're a little bit more comfortable and more willing to talk to us.
VPD is also addressing concerns that are not criminal in nature.
I get lots of phone calls. We get a lot of information, everything from speeding vehicles to citizens wanting lights fixed in their area. It's not always law enforcement that they need help with. A lot of times it's just other things that the city can provide.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Police Department. Welcome back to City Focus. Our Public Works Department is mostly known for collecting trash and recycling, but they also consider themselves first responders. We're here with Public Works Superintendent Anthony Musgrove, and he's here to talk to us about what they do before, after, and during storms. Welcome to the show, Anthony.
Good to be here.
We have had hurricanes and tropical storms come through Valdosta the last couple of years, and we think about fire and police being out there working for the people. But Public Works is out there also. What are you guys doing? What are y'all doing during the storm?
But during the storm, we come out and are the ones that come out with the tractors and equipment to clear the road for fire and police.
Okay. And you guys are obviously really busy during that. You're cutting up trees, making sure those roads are clear so police and fire can get to people who need help or get to situations that need to be handled by the fire and police department. Now, but most of your work happens after. What are you guys doing what are you doing after that storm is gone through our area?
Okay, once a storm completes our area and everything is safe for us to get out and really address all the situations, trees and piles, what we'll do is at that time, well, before we'll section off certain teams, and we kind of pair up, employees to equipment. But like right after a storm, we will go out and in a certain section, like with us right now, just say today's Friday route on our normal schedule, just say if the storm was to come out, just say early this morning, or the storm just passed through this morning, and now we're good to go. What we'll do is in that Friday route is we'll start clearing the roads,
Okay.
picking up debris and everything, and still at that point we're still working with EMS and fire and police.
Okay. And I know it depends on the size of the storm, but how long can it take to get, I guess, the entire city cleaned up? In the last couple of years, we've had Matthew, we have Irma, we had, and it depends on the size of the storm.
Right,
but
it does. It depends on the storm, but one good thing about us, from lessons learned from past storms, what we've done is now the equipment that we buy, we out-rig everything to work in night operations. So after storms now, depending on the size of the storm and the debris and everything, we will go ahead and run a night shift, a second shift.
And that's obviously that's not normal. Your guys
It's
are normally
not.
working what, a 7 to 3?
Right, 7 to 3:30 is our normal operations.
But you guys are running longer 12-hour, couple
Right.
12-hour shifts
That's right.
afterwards to make sure that all this debris and yard stuff gets picked up.
That's correct. And through, like I say, past storms of learning, we've really went into buying like the claw trucks or the equipment needed, because in the first storms that we've had or earlier storms, we have reached out to other cities and they've brought in certain types of equipment, and so we've kind of geared our thinking, and now that things are starting to pick up in that area for storms, we've kind of bought the claw trucks and things like that. And in doing that, we've cross-trained a lot of our employees, so that way we're running a night shift, we have enough staff that can operate day and night.
Gotcha. Now we're in hurricane season right now, and we're hoping that nothing hits us this year.
That's right.
But is there anything that residents can do to help the Public Works Department out if one does come through our area?
If one does come, we ask that everyone stay home, stay inside. Kind of stay out of the streets, because after the storm gets through or during the storm, we have the skeletal crew to make sure, if it's safe, we keep the road street. We're in the street, so the less traffic that we have, the better for us, the quicker the response, and that we can get, everything cleared. But on top of that as well, after the storm, everyone comes out and cleans their properties. I would just say, or we would say, if you have like a tree fell on a shed, separate that shed material from like the tree.
The wood, yeah.
Right, the wood and the fiber. We would ask everybody to put your junk pile or shed debris or anything like that in one pile, because we have two areas that we take the debris, and to kind of keep down on cost as well.
So obviously it's easier if that stuff is not mixed.
That's correct.
You have those tree limbs, those trees that you've cut up in one area, and your debris of your shed in another area.
Right.
Any other tips or advice you have for citizens here in Valdosta about what they can do before, during, or after these storms to help out the Public Works Department,
Right.
and make your jobs a little easier?
One thing, if it's kind of a little outside of Public Works, but kind of tied in, if they're out traveling the roads or anything and they happen to see like any dead trees or anything, or limbs hanging up anywhere, because a lot of times, you know, we can't see everything. So if we could get that initial help from them, we can go ahead and attack that before it becomes a problem during a storm.
Gotcha. So we can get those dead limbs before they fall down on a house or.
That's correct.
Okay. And well, Anthony, I appreciate you coming in and talking to us, letting our citizens know what they should be doing to help you guys out, because it makes life a lot easier and it makes it quicker for us to clean up the city.
That's right.
But we thank you for coming in and talking to us about that.
Good beer. Thank you.
And we'll be back here on City Focus.
Hello? No, you're kidding. No. I've told her 1,000 times not to do that. Oh, I'm so mad right now. Oh, ma'am, are you aware your stove is on? Yeah. Cooking while distracted is actually quite dangerous. Really? Just one pot? It is. In fact, you could set your whole house on fire just cooking in that single pot. I never realized that. Well, now you know. Well, I'm gonna pay attention now.
GSAR Task Force Team 2 completed training with Brooks County Fire Department at BCT Cotton Gin Equipment.
We had a simulated victim on top of a 50-foot catwalk inside of a warehouse. We simulated responding in and deployed our assets and our equipment on our GSAR rig, and we were able to bring the victim down using Brooks County's ladder truck and safely get that patient rescued.
Training at this location allows members of the team to go into a different environment, but one that is very familiar to South Georgia.
Horizontal like he's doing, it can go vertical. A lot of that has to do with the kind of injuries he has.
This is new to all of us. We're trained to do rescues at any type of facility that we're called to, but this is different because we've never actually done one at a cotton gin or a farming facility.
BCT Gin, man, they're super letting us come out here, letting us play. I mean, this is a playground to us. You know, we have the Guardian Center at our disposal, but having real life training in warehouses and in silos, you can't beat it.
Being prepared for any situation before disaster happens will benefit the team and all the people that they serve.
Us being based in South Georgia with that farming community in every county that touches us, that our task force covers, we need to be well versed in that. We have cotton gins in pretty much every county. Situations happen. These cotton gins run 24/7. When it's picking time, we need to be able to respond and adequately rescue the situation.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Fire Department. Valdosta Main Street and the restaurants of downtown is gearing up for the annual Taste of Downtown on the night of September 12th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m.
We're participating because I feel like it's an important bridge to bring the rest of Valdosta into downtown. I think that there's a lot that people don't know about downtown, and it has a lot to offer. It has a lot of culture and history that's really important to this city.
Make sure to purchase your tickets early because tickets are limited for this event. Guests can purchase advance tickets in the Main Street office, and check-in will be at the Georgia Beer Company. The event will allow ticket buyers to enjoy a small plate and a pour at each participating restaurant.
A lot of really good staples that our regulars and people that just pop in love a lot. I think it's a good opportunity, not just for the cafe, but for everyone in town to just show what you've got. It's a good way to try and impress people and bring them in. We have a lot of really good food at good prices that is good for families or just couples, students, teachers. Really, we can just fit the whole demographic of Valdosta.
This year, guests will be able to walk from each restaurant and enjoy the beauty of downtown as they enjoy their food.
There's no wrong choice. There's no wrong restaurant to walk into. Everyone here has such a strong sense of community, and we are all very caring. And we have this big southern hospitality that you really can't get anywhere else in town. And the convenience and the culture here and the history is just too good to miss.
Tickets are $50 each, and for additional information, contact Main Street at 229-259-3577. The Georgia Theater Company and Valdosta Stadium Cinemas will host Cinema for a Cause on September 29th. The event will help VPD's Shop with a Cop program along with Jacob's Ladder and Variety of Georgia.
15th Shop with a Cop we've done, and ever since the Georgia Theater Company has graciously agreed to sponsor our program, Shop with a Cop, we have almost doubled the amount of children that we can take. So that right there says it all. If we can almost double the amount of children we take just because of what the cinema here gives to us, it's an awesome thing. Reaching that many children, it's my favorite program.
Since partnering with Valdosta Stadium Cinemas, the Shop with a Cop program has nearly doubled in the number of participants. VPD is grateful for their assistance.
2 years prior to that, we had 32, and that was the record. The next year, we had 40. Last year, it took over 50. We had about 52 children, and that's all solely because of Georgia Theater Company and the businesses and private citizens here in town that donate every single year to this cause. It's amazing. The community here just warms my heart.
If you can't make it to the theater on September 29th, you can still donate to the Shop with a Cop program.
They can come by the Valdosta Police Department. They can drop a check off there, cash, it doesn't matter. If they require a receipt, I'll give them a receipt. They can mail it in, they can call me, I'll come and get it. It doesn't matter, however they want to do it.
For more information, contact Officer Randall Hancock at the Valdosta Police Department. The 6th session of the Valdosta Citizens Fire Academy began on Tuesday, August 29th, and students are eager to learn more about the Valdosta Fire Department.
I'm looking to learn about what the fire department does and the background and everything. I think I know a lot about it, but I'm sure I don't. So I'm looking forward to learning about what actually goes on and getting around and going on the truck and everything else, because I got to ride in the police car twice, and that's an eye-opener.
Jim Halter wanted to take the course after enjoying his time in the Citizens Police Academy and a little encouragement from his wife.
I decided to take this course because I just finished taking the Citizens Police Academy, and I had a great time, and I learned a lot about it. My wife has been through all 3 of the courses, Citizens 101, the police, and the fire.
He is just one of the many people that have taken more than one of the city's education programs.
Several of the people at the academy with me had already been to the fire academy, and they told me, you need to go to the fire academy. We having fun at the police academy, but you have fun at the fire academy and you get fed.
For more information on the Citizens Fire Academy, contact the Valdosta Fire Department. Now let's take a look at what's taking place in the city in the coming weeks. September 3rd, MPO Citizens Advisory Committee meeting, 11 a.m. at the South Georgia Regional Commission. Valdosta City Council work session, 5:30 in Council Chambers. Valdosta Lowndes County Zoning Board of Appeals meeting, 2:30 in the City Hall Annex Multi-Purpose Room. September 5th, Valdosta City Council meeting, 5:30 in Council Chambers. September 6th, First Friday in downtown Valdosta. September 9th, Valdosta Tree Commission meeting, 5:15 in the City Hall Annex Engineering Conference Room. September 10th, Central Valdosta Development Authority meeting, 5 p.m. in the City Hall Annex Conference Room. September 11th, Valdosta Lowndes County Airport Authority meeting, 8 a.m. at the Airport Conference Room. 9/11 Memorial Ceremony, 11 a.m. at Historic Lowndes County Courthouse. September 12th, Taste of Downtown in downtown Valdosta. September 14th, Makers Market, 10 a.m. around Historic Lowndes County Courthouse. Valdosta Main Street is hosting a sidewalk sale, 10 a.m. in downtown Valdosta. To stay informed of what's happening in the city, sign up for the weekly e-news blast at valdostacity.com/public-information. Valdosta Main Street has really increased the activities that are held downtown. Food Truck Thursdays has been very successful, and they have Taste of Downtown, Makers Market, and Sidewalk Sale all coming in September. We invite everyone to come enjoy downtown Valdosta. This concludes another edition of City Focus. Be sure to visit our website, valdostacity.com. Like us on Facebook, Valdosta City Without Limits. Also like our Valdosta Youth Council page. Follow us on Twitter at City of Valdosta, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Metro 17 Valdosta, to watch City Focus on demand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on City Focus.